Joan of Arc was a French heroine and Roman Catholic saint, whose victories in the 100 Years' War paved the way for the crowning of Charles VII of France. Joan was born to Jacques d'Arc and Isabelle Romy in Domremy in northeastern France in around 1412. At around the age of 12, Joan is said to have had a vision of 3 saints who told her to drive out the English who had invaded France after the Battle of Agincourt in 1415, and bring the Dauphin Charles VII back to Reims. At 16, she attempted to obtain permission to visit the French court, but was denied. She then went on to make a prediction about a military outcome at a battle near Orléans, which was confirmed by a local garrison commander, and when her prediction came true, she was granted permission to visit the French court. Joan impressed Charles VII while at court, and she requested to be allowed to travel with the army to relieve the under-siege Orléans. Joan instructed Charles VII that she had been sent by God to lead the army. Despite her being an illiterate farm girl, the French army had suffered many devastating and humiliating defeats, and Charles seemed to have exhausted all other rational options. She arrived at the siege of Orléans in 1429, and began aiding the French army in a much more militarily aggressive campaign, and she was granted co-command of the French army, leading the army to several victories over the English.
Rest, and there will be 5 crosses on it. That is my sword. So they go to that city, that church, and they dig up the sword that had been lost for over 700 years. And that is the sword Joan used in the middle of it. And she basically says, men, fight for France. And these men are now inspired, and they turn and they go running back into battle.
The victories led to a truce with England, and the Dauphin was crowned, fulfilling Joan's prophecy. The truce with England did not last long, and the English attacked the city of Compiègne in 1430. Joan was captured whilst attempting to defeat the English, and was sold to the English government by the Duke of Burgundy.
Joan's leadership was so successful for 2 reasons. One was her charisma, and 2 was her conviction that she had been sent by God to fight.
在巴基斯坦争取教育权而遭到射杀的马拉拉，2014年与印度的凯拉西共同获得诺贝尔和平奖。马拉拉当时只有17岁，是世界最年轻的诺贝尔奖得奖人。而她的名字马拉拉的背后，其实也隐藏了一个伟大的意义，甚至成为她纪录片的片名。一起来了解。
There is a moment when you have to choose whether to be silent or to stand up.
Tonight, Malala remains in intensive care.
She was shot in the head for daring to suggest girls should go to school.
Me and my wife, we cried all the night. The doctors told me she will survive, but she may not be the same as she was.
2012年，当时年仅15岁的马拉拉被塔利班民兵指明要枪杀。这次枪击事件几乎让马拉拉丧失了性命。
They shot me on the left side of my head. They thought that the bullet would silence us. I am the same Malala.
在巴基斯坦的塔利班占领地区禁止女孩上学，马拉拉约萨甫哉无惧恶势力，从10几岁就开始为捍卫女孩子的教育权而努力。马拉拉这个名字是她的父亲以一位为人民权利发声而失去生命的女烈士名字来为她取名，希望她能效法这位女烈士的精神。
You named her after a girl who spoke out and was killed. It's almost as if you said she'll be different.
You're right.
My father only gave me the name Malala. He didn't make me Malala.
马拉拉在身体复原后，依然怀念家乡与朋友，并继续为巴基斯坦妇女的教育权利奋斗。她曾与世界多国领袖会面，包括美国总统奥巴马、英国伊丽莎白女王，及在联合国发表演说。
I am those 66 million girls who are deprived of education. I'm not a lone voice. I am many. And our voices are our most powerful weapon.
直到2014年，马拉拉获得诺贝尔和平奖，成为所有诺贝尔奖项中最年轻的获奖人。她也将继续带着这份精神，勇敢走下去。
One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen. They can change the world. I chose this life, and now I must continue it.
俄羅斯今年初將克里米亞歸並，引起國際關注。160年前10月，護士係下等工作嘅時代。一個英國上流家庭出身嘅女人，率領近40個護士到克里米亞。當時英法等同俄國喺克里米亞開戰，英國傷兵死亡率高達1半。佢排除困難為傷員護理，半年死亡率跌到大約2%。返英國之後，佢創建世上第一間正規護士學校，被譽為現代護理工作同教育嘅奠基人。識統計學嘅佢仲制定醫療統計圖模式。每年5月12號國際護士節就係為咗紀念佢。佢叫做南丁格爾。香港都有一條路叫南丁格爾路，喺伊利沙伯醫院裏邊。
Dear Miss Nightingale, I have recently been receiving letters from ladies offering to go out to the Crimea and give medical care to our injured troops. I know of only one person in England capable of organizing and directing such a scheme. Yourself. I suggest that you start interviewing likely candidates as soon as possible.
Well, I wrote back immediately. Dear Mr. Herbert, I've already begun. Which was only partly untrue. I started the next day, only to discover that while many called themselves nurses, few were fit to be chosen. And why do you feel yourself qualified?
Well, when I read about it in the newspapers, I cried buckets. And buckets. And buckets.
Well, I just thought of those poor boys. How they must miss a woman's touch.
Pardon?
Well, I never did mind hard work, and I'm not easily shocked. I just do my best and carry on.
Well, I won't deny that the money will come in useful. I take it we do get paid. Good. How much?
At our convent in Bermondsey, we see every kind of disease and deformity.
You're a Catholic order, I believe.
We make it our business to save the body first. Then and only then do we attend to the soul, if that's what concerns you.
We leave in a week. How many can you bring?
'War ain't no place for a woman, it's only a place for a man. This foe we fight from morn till night and beat him when we can. So don't come here to interfere with the British battle plan. War ain't no place for a woman, it's only a place for a man.
尊敬的推友，大家好，今天是2018年7月4号早上的6点40多分左右。我现在在的位置呢是在上海陆家嘴区域，然后后面就是那个海航大厦。现在比较早，大家都可能还在上班的路上。我后面是习近平的头像。我想要说的是，我以实名制反对习近平独裁专制的暴政，反对中国共产党对我实施的脑控压迫。我反对，我对他恨之入骨。我让你摸，让你摸，看到没有？这是我的行为，反对习近平专制暴政，反对共产党对我实施的脑控压迫。我要求国际组织介入进来，我会配合调查取证，因为很多脑控的迫害取证是需要被捕才能够介入的，就是政府的背景才介入，但是真正迫害我的就是中国共产党，中国政府。好，后面是我的朋友们，对，我今天就泼墨他了，我就泼墨他了，我看他能把我怎么地。习近平，我在这里等着你来抓我，我就一个人反对中国共产党，反对共产党独裁暴政专制。我今天就站在这里，我让你来抓我， 面就是海航大厦。习近平，你的资产好吗？我就在你的资产面前泼你的墨。看到没有？看到你丑陋的脸没有？好，今天这一场行为艺术结束。